Question 215. What is the most hilarious childhood memory you can think of?
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
How young do I have to be?
Younger the better.
Well, I was a teenager when the car thing happened, so that was hilarious.
That was pretty long ago.
Oh shit! Fuck you. She's right though. She's not wrong.
Oh, come on. You've got a way to go to catch up to me.
Yeah, I never will though, Diana.
I'm not sure how that...
There's something that turned from me being sort of upset from getting a punishment to suddenly laughing my head off. This when I must have been 5 or 6 or something when I was at school, and let's just say they hadn't quite phased out corporal punishment in schools yet. They'd got rid of the stick, but you still could get a clout round the back of the head kind of thing from the headmaster. And me and one of my friends got caught doing something we shouldn't have been doing, and prog marching to the headmaster. I got a clout round the blooming head for it, and like for my trouble. Then he went to do it to my friend, who did his like best like Muhammad Ali type thing, ducked it, and he got the head teacher smacked his hand right into the blooming wall and broke 2 of his fingers. And I was laughing. Suddenly, I was laughing my head off.
Oh my!
I think it's something.
I've got one that I only remember it now because it has been repeated so many times by my family. I know I do not remember it from it happening.
Yeah.
We were toilet training the Jack Russell when I was about 4.
Of course, you're not going to remember that. I wouldn't remember that.
No, this is it. It's basically how I know. I didn't when I had memories in my teens. I knew I didn't remember it then. I apparently come running into the living room one day with my hand held outstretched, going, "Look, Mummy, he did it in the garden," carrying it in with me.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, you had a proper announcement to make. You had to have the evidence. See, you required evidence even back then, Dave. That's what it is.
I can't think of anything. Nothing comes to mind.
You're the youngest one here. You must have, you can remember so much more than anyone.
Green.
Funniest.
How's your memory of
Yeah,
that?
I'm struggling to think of anything when I was really young.
I think Bill's going to have the same problem. Go on.
Actually, mine. You are sort of right, but mine's an interesting story because I don't have virtually any memories at all of my childhood. Mm-hmm. However, I did have a very interesting experience once. I went to a rave, like a weekend festival rave, and we were all in tents. Obviously, we were all gathered around in a tent, and it was windy and raining. And all the guy ropes were loose on the tent, and the tent kept flapping and flapping. It was making loads of noise. We were passing around nitrous oxide laughing gas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
I took this balloon of laughing gas, I hit it, and then all of a sudden, this memory, literally, that I didn't even remember was there, played like a black and white movie in front of my face. And it was from when I was a kid, and we lived in Germany, and we'd gone on holiday to Denmark. And we'd gone to this campsite and we were trying to erect the tent, me and my mum and dad, and it was so windy that the tent was blowing down the beach. And my dad was getting really stressed because he was trying to put the tent up. My mum was trying to help him but was laughing too much. She couldn't do anything. And literally this movie played in front of my face. And then all of a sudden it stopped. And I was like, right. And I stood up. I walked outside in the wind and the rain, tightened down all the guy ropes, walked back into the tent, and everyone sat there looking at me like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I'm not entirely sure, but you appreciate the silence now, right? By the time everything's quiet. Oh, lovely.
Joan says, driving in a British car in the Netherlands, my oldest sister's friends thought she was driving. Their faces were epic.
Okay.
How old was the sister?
One thing I can remember, and it happens when I get drunk, and Jen can confirm this.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I got absolutely wasted, I don't remember most of the night. I was only 17. I was staying at my best friend's place, and in the middle of the night, now I remember I needed to go to the toilet. And then the next thing I remember is me saying to her, but they're not in alphabetical order, and then I went back to bed. When I woke up in the morning, it turns out I'd gotten up, pulled every single book off her bookshelf. On top of her, she was lying on the floor with her partner, and I was in the bed with some other friends. I put every single book on, and then I proceeded to put them all back in alphabetical order, and then I went back to bed. I don't
Okay.
remember. Oh, and I climbed into Jen's bed one night drunk. I don't remember doing it.
Yeah, I wake up in the middle of the night going, who the fuck's in my bed?
And I proceeded to say, Jen, why are you in my bed? And she went,
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm not. You're in my...
This isn't the room I went to sleep in. Sleepwalk and hop in the bed with Jen.
When we moved back up here, my daughter was about 7 or 8, and it wasn't uncommon for her to. And I'm going to get shot for this because it's not it's Caroline's story. And she would occasionally come into the bedroom. So and it would be sleepwalking. So you just sternly tell her to go away. And what are you doing here? Go back to bed. And one night, my dad walked in the middle of the night. He got the room wrong. He got the rooms wrong, and Caroline didn't know it was him. She just knew it was someone coming into the room. So she screamed at him to go back to bed. I was quite cocky as a teenager, and I used to work on boats. And I used to jump between the boats. So I can't have been older than about 12, at the point at which my knees started going. You'd have a set of rowing boats all lined up of about 10 boats, and then I'd jump from bow to bow on each boat. And every now and again, I can recall 2 or 3 times this happened. The boats would move as you were doing it, and 2 or 3 times I've jumped, gone like that, and then just disappeared into the water because I've missed the next boat.
Oh man, I remember I was in 5th grade, so I would have been 9 years old. A total asshole for a teacher. But he was being as boring. This is what they tell me anyway, the way the story goes. He was being his boring self. I started being a pedantic cut-up, and he turned around and said, well, do you want to teach the class? And I did. I did a better job than he did.
Oh, well done.
Well done.
Yeah. Sylvia, get down. Down, 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 Sylvia. Sylvia. Hey!
She's a cat. She's not going to listen to you, Diana.
It's down for to you. It's not for the undercurtain, you little kid. Oh,
It used to be so much more fun when you were facing the other way and we could see
I
that.
know. My mother even got called into the classroom for that one. They called the house and had her come down, you know. So he was humiliated, totally humiliated.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bed, and one of my very, very few good memories out of a Catholic school.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.